The following is a Cox 11 sports presentation. From our Cox 11 studios, this is Sports Report.
Hello again and welcome to another installment of the Cox 11 Sports Report, presenting highlights of high school basketball action from around Hampton Roads to you with Chris Park. I am Matthew Hatfield, and Chris, the weather's been nasty outside, but action's heating up inside on the hardwood.
Right you are, Matt, as the action certainly has been heating up, and we've got a great matchup going for our first highlight between IC Norcom and Maury in the Eastern District.
Yeah, we'll start things off with that clash over in Portsmouth as the Greyhounds trying to tie Maury in the league standings. Maury trying to avenge their only loss to Norcom as we go to Portsmouth to check out this battle. First place on the line in the Eastern District, Chris. And right now, Maury's on a nice winning streak right now, but Norcom playing with a lot of emotion and heavy hearts as their assistant coach, Barney Stevenson, recently passed away.
Unfortunate occurrence there for the Greyhounds, but early on the action going well for Maury as a three is knocked in there by Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams getting the touch early on, but Norcom's transition game, as you see, up ahead to Malik Trent with the one-handed flush right there for Norcom as the fast break game right where they want it early on. Norcom, though, got to defend those three-point shooters because Jalen Williams has the hot hand early for Maury in the corner with that three ball.
Malik Trent, it would be a battle of these two early on as Trent from way downtown shot that one from the tunnel, gets it to go, and early on, second quarter, Norcom leading by 9.
He doesn't mind taking those 25, 30-footers, but when you take them and you make them, you keep doing it, and he's doing it well right now. Maury inside, you see Shaheem drawn with the low post move, bucket off the window. Norcom right now, their tandem of Malik Trent and James Whitaker, awfully tough right now. As you see Trent going with the spin move off the glass for 2, and he is one of the streakiest and best scorers in the region, Chris.
And Matt, I'm sure there are a lot of people wondering if this Norcom team is just a two-man operation between Trent and Wheeler, but we see some other guys getting in the action now.
Yeah, PJ Ratcliffe, the point guard right there with the little floater through the lane. Mike Bassnight trying to make a move, but he is stripped by Ratcliffe, and he's got the break there. They throw it up ahead to Trent, who then throws it to Whitaker for the slam, and Norcom right now off to a great start in their first home game since Coach Stevenson's passing.
On offense, Trent going to bring it up the floor, just stop and pop, doesn't matter, hits it right in his face, and Malik Trent certainly feeling it here in the first half.
His second three-pointer, and he is off to a fast start. 10 points in the opening period for Trent for the Greyhounds, and right there a missed three-pointer, but the putback is there for Maury. Right there, as you see, it's Blake Gibson right before the halftime horn, and it's 35-26 in favor of the Greyhounds. Can Maury mount a comeback?
Well, they have the defense to certainly do it, but they're down by 9. Second half action. Trent drives into the lane with the left hand to kiss off the glass for 2.
Showing he's not just a one-dimensional player who shoots it, making some plays happen off the dribble. Trent right there. Anthony Smith throwing it through the lane here. He gives Mike Bassnight a three-point opportunity, and Bassnight catches in from way downtown.
Those shots look a lot better for Coach Baker when they go in from Bassnight, but this is going to be Whitaker from the outside off the iron, but a nice rebound and putback plus the harm for the Greyhounds.
That is Troy Lodge, junior reserve. He had been out with an injury for a few games, but really giving Norcom some energy and hustle and a spark off the pine. 17 points and 8 rebounds for Locke. Maury has to act quickly here to get back in this one. Bassnight off the glass, no good, and Norcom's got the rebound, and they're running again, Chris.
And it's Trent spotting up from the left wing, nothing but the bottom of the net as the Greyhounds continuing to pour it on. They'll take it in this one, 65-52 over the Commodores. Malik Trent, a great night, 23 points, 9 boards. Whitaker, a double-double with 17 and 13.
And Norcom now tied with Maury atop the standings. We move over to private school action. It's Cape Henry taking on Bishop Sullivan. Cape Henry with a top-ranked team in the area. Bishop Sullivan, though, got a lot of weapons from the outside to do damage. And Cape Henry now with Chris Clark, the sophomore, throwing it up ahead to the UVA commit, Devin Hall. Hall pulls up from 3, count it.
And these two teams are great rivals in the TCIS, Matt, and we've seen some great battles in the TCIS conference tournament between these two teams. And Bishop Sullivan not afraid of taking on the Dolphins, and they're going to find a three-pointer in the corner from Blake LaRusso, a late addition to this stallion, or to this Bishop Sullivan team.
You may remember watching him in the fall on our Cox 11 Sports Report playing football for Grassfit at quarterback. He recently transferred to Bishop Sullivan. Another transfer, Malik Gray from Woodside now at Cape Henry for 2. And then it's Jimmy Page with the miss. Bishop Sullivan up ahead. The fast break is there, and a three-point pull-up. It is good for Phil Owens.
Certainly not afraid are Bishop Sullivan in the home gym of Cape Henry is Scotty Morris with the defense. And it's going to be a quick pass to the wing, and it's a shot up and in for Phil Owens.
Yeah, Phil Owens coming from Atlantic Shores to Bishop Sullivan. Another spark, and Bishop Sullivan trying to pull the upset 29-23 midway through the second quarter. Can they hang on against the firepower of Cape Henry? As you see, Cape Henry crashing the glass. It is Scotty Morris for two. He's the garbage guy for Cape Henry, giving them a big spark.
And on offense, Clark is going to work it around. Is down low. They're going to find a cutting teammate, and the easy two for Jimmy Page, as the Dolphins trying to reestablish their dominance here in the second half.
Three-pointer off the mark for Bishop Sullivan. They get the offensive rebound. Another pull-up three. It is money for Darren Bellardo, the sophomore, as Bishop Sullivan's got a lot of guys who can connect from deep.
And now Page will drive, gets into the lane. The up and under, shot and score. And Matt, we've talked about this Cape Henry team. Devin Hall obviously gets the pub, but there are a lot of talented players on the Dolphins roster.
Indeed, Jimmy Page, Chris Clark, Malik Gray. Don't forget about Aaron Hutton as well, sharpshooter from the outside. And Bishop Sullivan just simply cannot miss from deep, as another three-pointer is cashed in by Owens. Cape Henry, though, getting in the lane at will right now, and there is Morris for the two from Hall.
And one, the foul for the senior Scotty Morris, who's also a great volleyball player for the Dolphins. And this time, the pull-up jumper by Barber, nothing but net. And the Catholic team will not go away, as the Dolphins finding some struggles here defensively.
You know, they won't. Chris Harris's group got a lot of fight in them, but Mark Hall's Cape Henry Dolphins, he's got his son Devin Hall pulling up then in crunch time, and then they've got the feed high-low as it's Chris Clark to Malik Gray for two off the glass, and Cape Henry starting to get their rhythm here in the second half.
Barber will miss. Clark cleans up the rebound. Great bounce pass looking for Hall. Hall, the one touch and the easy score, as that's Malik Gray who makes the play.
Running the floor, that's what the big men have to do, and Malik Gray making the transition from playing the small forward at Woodside to playing a little bit more inside at the four position. No good, but offensive rebounds paying big dividends for Cape Henry, as it's Clark with the stick back.
They've got a lot of rangy, athletic athletes, do the Dolphins, as they'll take it 71-65 over Catholic. Malik Gray, a team-high 17 points. Darren Bellardo, a game-high 21 points at a losing cause for Bishop Sullivan.
Well, don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more here on the show, including highlights from the Southeastern District and the Beach District, as well as our interview with Jonathan Watford here on the Cox 11 Sports Report.